light our candle of peace this morning, let us remember that every moment presents an opportunity to serve, and each act of service awakens a voice in us. The blossoming of these instincts brings a deep change within us and sows peace in the world. Hear these words from the Dalai Lama. Do not let the behavior of others destroy your inner peace.
This morning's mission moment gives us a chance to be introduced to the World Peace Prayer Society, what they stand for, how they came to be, and for those of you who are interested in additional information beyond that which is presented here in the next few moments, there's some information packets at the information desk outside of the narthex, which you can pick up after the service, which will allow you to further explore the work of this remarkable society and further understand the work that they've been about for over a generation. The World Peace Society, or the World Peace Prayer Society, was founded by Mishwaha Goy. He wrote a haiku. My life is blazed with a desire to serve as a thread, joining heaven and earth. After witnessing the devastation of World War II and the dropping of the atomic bomb on Hiroshima, Mr. Goy's life took on new meaning and purpose. He dedicated himself in service to humanity and the attainment of world peace and harmony. Through prayer and meditation, he gained much insight into the spiritual nature of mankind and received the message in prayer, may peace prevail on earth, in a moment of great inspiration in his life. He came to understand that these words and thoughts and intentions carry strong energy, enough to influence the destiny of all living things. By speaking and acting and living the spirit of this prayer, may peace prevail upon earth, he believed that this energy, this field of love and the harmony would radiate forth for all of creation, having a positive and purifying effect on the consciousness of humanity. Mr. Goy believed that the message in prayer, may peace prevail on earth, has the capacity to bring people of various cultures, faiths, and traditions together in a spirit of universal love and oneness by unifying the global heart and mind. By uniting the hearts of humanity under one common message and prayer for peace, Mr. Goy saw that a great transformation would take place in global consciousness, bringing about peace and harmony in our personal lives as well as in the world at large. This was the beginning of the World Peace Prayer Society, a genuine peace movement to spread the message and prayer, may peace prevail on earth. When Mr. Goy passed in 1980, his adopted daughter, Masumi Soyani, inherited his legacy and was appointed chairperson of the World Peace Prayer Society. Mrs. Sejani has been instrumental in guiding the international activities of the May Peace Prevail on Earth movement to this day. Small neighborhood gatherings grew larger in numbers throughout Japan, and the movement started to gain momentum. Stickers and posters started to appear on storefronts and public bulletin boards and telephone poles. Supporters handed out literature and stickers to the public in train stations and other public locations. Mr. Goy had always encouraged creative ways to carry the message to the public. And in 1976, the idea of placing the peace message and prayer on poles began to gain popularity. This was the first impulse which led to the beginning of the Peace Pole Project. The universal message and prayer for world peace, "May peace prevail upon earth," was authored in 1955. In a moment of great inspiration and prayer, Mr. Goy was awakened to the need to spread this message and prayer in the hearts of our global community for the attainment of inner and outer peace. The first seeds were planted in Hisakawa, Japan, where a small gathering of peace workers gathered around Mr. Goy to listen to his philosophy and visions for a better world. Mr. Goy came to be respected as a great master in his field throughout Japan, and his ideas for peace have gained great support throughout the entire world.
May peace prevail on earth. Over half a century has passed since the introduction of the universal message and prayer, "May peace prevail on earth." The vision of the founder, Masahisa Goy, has been embraced by people the world over. Over 200,000 peace poles have been dedicated by friends and supporters in 191 countries around the world. The World Peace Prayer and flag ceremonies have been presented on every continent and in every major city throughout the world. Most importantly, the peace prayer, "May peace prevail on earth," lives and resonates in the hearts of our global community. To this day, the movement to spread the universal message and prayer, "May peace prevail on earth," continues to unfold in the spirit of love, peace, and global oneness. May peace prevail on earth. The first peace pole outside of Japan began to appear in towns and cities around the world in the early 1980s. By 1986, the Peace Pole Project was established in the United States, followed by peace pole activities in Europe and throughout the world. To date, there are over 200,000 peace poles planted worldwide. Through the efforts of members and supporters worldwide, the message and prayer, "May peace prevail on earth," continues to gain international recognition and prominence. In 1988, the World Peace Prayer Society was incorporated as a nonprofit, non-sectarian organization and established its world headquarters in New York City, USA. In 1990, the society was accepted as a non-governmental organization, NGO, on affiliation with the Department of Public Information of the United Nations. In 2001, the Society's headquarters was moved to the present location at the World Peace Sanctuary in Wassaic, New York, USA. Our banner reads, "The first international World Peace Prayer Ceremony held in Los Angeles." Peace is the path.
Surrender should be seen as a great strength and comes when we let go of trying to attain the impossible. In the Dalai Lama's Nobel Peace Prize address given in 1999, he spoke, "The problems we face today, violence, conflict, destruction of nature, property, hunger, and so on, are human-created problems which can be resolved through human effort, understanding, and the development of a sense of brotherhood and sisterhood. We need to cultivate a universal responsibility to one another and the planet we share. I believe all religious pursuits, and they pursue the same goals, and that of cultivating human goodness and bringing happiness to all human beings, though the means may appear different, the ends are the same. As we enter the final decade of this century, I am optimistic that the ancient values that have sustained mankind are today reaffirming themselves to prepare us for a kinder, happier 21st century. I pray for all of us, oppressor and friend, that together we succeed in building a better world through human understanding and love, and that in doing so we may reduce the pain and the suffering of all sentient beings. In the words of Madison Taylor, who is a personal development author, she writes, "Most of us were raised and live in a culture where that emphasizes the ideas of independence and control. The general idea is that we are on our own and we don't need help from anyone else. And if we are really successful, it's because we are in complete control. However, true lasting success comes only with surrender, which is the opposite of control. We cannot accomplish anything truly great on our own, and the idea that we can is an illusion that causes most of us a great deal of suffering. Surrender comes when we see that illusion and let go of trying to attain the impossible. Surrender can then be seen as a great strength rather than a weakness. When we finally do surrender, our goals actually become possible, because the act of surrender is, in essence, asking for the help we need. This help may come in the forms of other human beings or unseen helpers, such as angels or inner guides. It may also come in the form of shifting circumstances, the small miracles that we call grace. I pray we're able to surrender to God's will. Mr. Goy surrendered, and a vast momentum followed. Mahatma Gandhi reminds us there is no path to peace. Peace is the path. In the words of our Lord Jesus Christ, he tells us, "Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but have the light of life." And the Epistle of James 4:10 tells us, "Humble yourself before the Lord, and he will lift you up." We are the beacon of light for Christ. We are the light of hope for others. We bring joy to others through the word of Christ. We bring the love of Christ to all through our thoughts and our actions. We bring peace to ourselves and others through our own transformation. Let us link together and join with the World Peace Prayer Society, a movement to unite the hearts of humanity. Become an advocate for world peace. Peace poles are planted right here in our own city. If you see one, remember this. It stands for and symbolizes the oneness of humanity and our common wish for a world of peace. Reminds us to think, speak, and act in the spirit of peace and harmony. And it stands as a silent visual for peace to prevail on earth. On behalf of the entire prayer ministry team, we share with you the most healing words of the Hawaiian healing prayer. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me, and thank you. May peace prevail on earth, and remember, peace begins with you. We thank you.